So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Mr. Sardonicus. And this is going to be another William Castle flick from 1961. I enjoyed all the William Castle movies that I've seen so far. I believe the other two that I've seen are 13 Ghosts and The Tingler. So those are great flicks too. This one, I'll post a couple of deals, trailer and Stuart Gordon commentary in the description box down there. And yeah, down there. So yeah, I'll do that later. But for now, I guess you can, if you want to know about the gimmick in this, you can watch the Stuart Gordon clip that I'm going to post in the description box below. But basically, all of his movies had a gimmick behind them. I guess he was the producer of Rosemary's Baby. I didn't know that, but you can also check that out in in the Stuart Gordon link below. I'm not going to really talk about that stuff too much. Let's get into the story, which is the main deal. So it starts out with William Castle smoking his trademark cigar and walking around London, supposedly in 1888. I think that's when this movie takes place, and so they make it look like William Castle went into some kind of time machine and magically appears in London. He starts defining the word ghoul, which according to him means grave robber who eats corpses. That was kind of interesting. I've never heard that before. But yeah, I guess he carries a dictionary in his pocket so he can blurt out these definitions. He even defines the word goom, which I've never heard of. And ghost, he says ghost, goom, oh, here we go, ghoul. Something like that. So he's trying to be cute and very 1961 with his little one-liners and side jokes. He's not very funny in this one, but anyway, that's the beginning of the movie, and then starts out with this doctor, physician dude who's doing experimental stuff on patients. I guess he cures a little blonde girl and gets her legs to move, or gets her right leg to move. So the mother is ecstatic, and the girl is in tears, that kind of thing. Then he shows his colleague a brand new invention. I guess it's called a hypodermic needle. So I guess that was one of the European inventions in 1888, according to this flick. I didn't know that either. So I learned two things so far: definition of the word ghoul and the date that the hypodermic needle was invented, or at least a year anyway. So there's that, and then when he gets a weird note, he's like, he tells his secretary, oh, this Igor dude brings a weird note. This Igor dude is missing an eyeball. Well, I guess it's on this side. And so he's just got little patches of skin here, and you can't see his eyeball. That's kind of freaky looking. I think his name is Krull or something like that. That's a weird name. But really, he's Igor, and he brings this note to the doctor. Dude says, please make sure that doctor gets this note, or something like that. And he leaves. Doctor reads the note. He's like shocked. He tells his secretary or the nurse or whoever books his appointments, the medical assistant, I guess. He tells her, cancel all of my appointments indefinitely. I must go to this town in Eastern Europe or Central Europe, somewhere. And so he travels over there on horse and buggy in the fog. It looks very creepy and gothic. He goes to this castle, and on the way he's reading the note again. For the first time, the audience gets to figure out what's going on. It's his ex-girlfriend, I guess. The only girl that he really loved is in danger if he doesn't come and visit their castle. I guess he got rejected because he didn't have money at the time. He was kind of nobody, and this baron had more money than him. So she ends up marrying this Sardonicus dude. And he's kind of lurking in the shadows, but you don't really see much of him in the beginning. When he arrives at a castle, he's kind of hiding in his room, eating his porridge or whatever. And then they go have dinner, and Sardonicus dude is wearing a mask to hide his face. He says it's like an eccentric deal. He enjoys wearing a mask all the time. And he starts talking about ghouls over dinner. He doesn't eat anything. He just has some brandy or something. I'm not exactly sure what type of liquor he prefers, but I guess I don't remember. But anyway, he starts talking about ghouls to this dude and his ex-girlfriend. Sardonicus is talking about ghouls to his wife and this doctor dude, and then he gets interrupted by Crawl, and there are these 5 or 6 ladies downstairs. But before that, I guess I should say that he's doing these weird experiments on his housemaid, like leeches and stuff. And the first thing that the doctor notices is that the housemaid is being tied up and being forced to have leeches suck blood out of her face. So that was kind of odd. And then this movie is all in black and white, by the way, as is most William Castle movies. But anyway, they're low-budget flicks, 1961, so you figure black and white. Yeah, that makes sense. So after he looks over these 5 or 6 girls, I guess he picks the blondie, and then the blondie rips off his mask. She starts screaming because he's got ugly face, I guess. So there's that. Then there's like a torture chamber downstairs. There's a mysterious room that's locked up upstairs. Nobody but Sardonicus goes in that room. And so I guess Sardonicus eventually takes him out to the garden, which is just a bunch of weeds and fog, and tells him the rest of the story. There's a flashback scene about what actually happened to Sardonicus. I guess when he was younger. They don't say how far back in time it was, but basically this Sardonicus dude had a father. He was kind of a peasant, and he had a different name at that time, but his father was into the lottery, kept buying lottery tickets thinking I was going to win. I guess after 100 times he didn't win, but then he bought this one lottery ticket, and he died the next day. So he had the lottery ticket in his jacket, and Sardonicus had him buried, I guess, with the lottery ticket still in his jacket. So this ticket in his jacket, inside his coffin after he was buried, that was one ticket that that he actually won money out of. So his wife is greedy. His wife, Sardonicus' wife, his first wife, makes him dig up the grave and steal the lottery ticket. I'm not sure what this all has to do with William Castle's original definition of a ghoul, because I didn't see anybody eating the corpse, but maybe that happened off camera. I don't know. Anyway, Sardonicus is so shocked by the hideous face of his father when he opens up the coffin that his teeth go all the way back, kind of like Joker, kind of ugly looking face, and so he's got this hideous deformity. That's why he has to wear the mask from now on. So fast forward to the present time, he's like bribing the doctor to cure him. He's telling him, like, you got to begin treatments or I'm going to torture my wife in this torture room downstairs. So he agrees. He starts treatments, the same treatments that he was doing on the little girl. It's mostly hot water and a towel or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but yeah, he starts doing those. He starts doing massages on his face, and that doesn't work. He's doing it all day and all night, and nothing seems to work. So Sardonicus says, give me an alternate treatment that hasn't been used before. Sort of like a cancer drug that hasn't been approved by the FDA, I guess. But there was no FDA back then, so you can get away with a lot more experimental treatments back then. Whatever the equivalent of Great Britain's FDA is nowadays. I'm sure they have a regulatory deal. That didn't exist 120 years ago. So anyway, getting back to this experimental treatment, what the next bribe was that Sardonicus thought of, he was going to have Krull do some surgery on his wife's face to make her look like him, with the hideous looking face deal, and so he agrees to do this dangerous experimental treatment. What he does is he just ties him to the chair, turns off the lights. He's facing his dead dad in a coffin. The corpse is staring at him, and then he injects him with water. He thinks he's getting some kind of dangerous poison injection that's diluted enough that it won't kill him, but it's just water, and he's cured. But his lips won't move and he can't eat. So Krull comes back and says, "Oh, you have to help him. You have to help him." But actually, there's like a scene where Sardonicus rips apart the hidden mirror, and then Krull gets to see this hideous-looking eye over on this side, I should say. It's all patched up with little pieces of skin across here. It's really nasty looking. So he gets to see it for the first time because Sardonicus made sure that there were no mirrors in the castle. Um, so that comes back to haunt him later. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but basically that's about 10 minutes before the movie ends. William Castle gets his phony poll deal where he starts counting, pointing and counting at all the votes. William Castle starts saying, if you vote to punish Sardonicus, give thumbs down. If you vote to no punishment, give a thumbs up. And it's all on a piece of paper. They're supposed to flip it upside down or right side up, depending on how they vote. And it's all fake. He's like counting, tallying. Hey, you kids too, you two kids back there, and the couple in the front, and you in row 9. He's doing that. He's doing it like that, like he's pretending to count, and it's all fake, a fraud, of course. And of course, he's presuming that the majority will give a thumbs down for punishment. So there is no alternate ending to this. There's only one ending, which is the punishment deal. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but that's the end of my review. I don't have anything other to say about this movie. You can check out the trailer and the student Gordon commentary in the comments section below. I'm going way over my 15 minute